The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates document that Ashley Abbott has chosen to be on her own since 2018. Her last romantic connection was with Ravi Kapoor. That likable pairing didn't develop, with Ashley later choosing to focus on founding My Beauty. Devoted Y&R fans recall that Ashley was married to Victor Newman on 2 occasions, one in the 1990s and the other in the 2000s. Whether she'll rediscover love with one of her former spouses, or significant others, or finds someone is a topic that should be explored when new episodes begin airing. The Young and the Restless spoilers: work is an important part of life. How each person develops individual talent is a unique experience. Ashley is a chemist, who created many of the products that helped build Abbott through the years. One of the more recent arcs Davidson worked had Dina Mergeron assist in the discovery of a letter John Abbott wrote many years ago. Its contents revealed John's wish that Ashley is given control of the products she created. Jack Abbott was forced to cede power, with Ashley founding My Beauty in Paris, France. But Ashley's desire to work independently was short-lived, as she came to an agreement with Jack that allowed My Beauty and Abbott to join forces. Dina's deteriorating condition was also a major factor in her children's rapprochement. Y&R spoilers: love matters most. Ashley's first marriage was to Steve Lasseter in the late 1980s. That union ended tragically, as he was killed. Victor Newman then became one of the arguable 2 greatest loves of Ashley's life, with Brad Carlton being the other. Victor is cited because she was married to him twice and they had Abby Newman. Ashley's marriage to Brad represents her longest union, as they were married from the early to mid-2000s. Like Steve, Brad is also deceased. But Victor is certainly alive and still has a special place in his heart for Ashley, even including the love he has for his top soulmate and current wife, Nikki Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers: Ashley redux is plausible. Victor has been doing fine in recent years. They've had their ups and downs, but have been married for a while, although that hardly means they'll stay together. Ashley and Victor have sought each other's counsel and comfort on many occasions. It's surely plausible to believe that they can do so again, especially considering the stress effect Dina's situation is having on the Abbott family. At the same time, Nikki's tell to Vicky Newman, about Adam Newman's childhood crime, has left Victor feeling betrayed. Reconnecting with a former love interest, or a new character who could be created, would allow Ashley to pursue love. But Ashley's history would most quickly allow a familiar couple to be presented to the audience.
CBS The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that there are at least 5 reasons we want Ian Ward, Ray Wise, back on Y&R. He's very good at being a very nasty man. Will Ian be coming back to Genoa City to try his hand once again at terrorizing the citizenry? He has connections to generations of characters and many fans who love to see the snake oil salesman back in town. He was the head of a sinister cult called The Path and it ensnared more than one Genoa City character in its dark and twisted web. Spoiler alert, there is one excellent, most delicious reason that would give one beautiful and strong heroine the chance to bring her life full circle. Here are the 5 reasons we want Ian Ward back on Y&R. Number 1. Ian Ward goes all the way back to when Nikki Newman and Paul Williams were kids. Ian needs to come back so that Paul Williams, Doug Davidson, can throw the book at him and lock him up for good behind bars where he belongs. There is history here, as Paul and Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, were in Ian's cult, The Path, when they were younger. Letting Paul bring Ian down once and for all would bring closure to a very painful time in their lives. Number 2. Ian Ward is a no-go charmer who fans love to hate. Y&R updates. Even though we want Ian to pay for what he's done, he oozes an almost irresistible, oily yet charming, charisma. Which is why he was such a great cult leader. Y&R could use a really venomous villain since Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, has semi-retired from being a business gangster and Phyllis Newman, Michelle Stafford, has been declawed, meow. Number 3 Ray Wise has been cheated of the recognition he deserves. Ray Wise, Ian Ward's portrayer, is a master actor, at the top his game, and among the best in his profession. Yet, for some ridiculous reason, he has no Emmy on the medal. Some fans will remember him from Twin Peaks, but he was also on the soap Love of Life as well as Y&R. Bringing him back to daytime may earn him the Emmy he deserves. Number 4 Ian Ward could re-energize Victor Newman, The Young and the Restless. Spoilers. Victor needs a new sparring partner, and seeing these two mature foxes match wits is an excellent way to return to the airwaves after the hiatus is over. Number 5 Mariah Copeland needs revenge. The best reason to bring back Ian Ward is so that Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, can have a go at him. He ruined her life as a kid and as an adult, and seeing her put him in his place and move on would be sweet justice for her and for fans.
The Young and the Restless, Nick and Phyllis have gotten together, broken up, gotten together, and broken up almost as many times as Nick and Sharon. Their own daughter, Summer, rolled her eyes when she realized Mommy and Daddy were back on for the moment, because she doesn't believe it won't end in tears and recriminations. Just like always. The Young and the Restless polling. But what do the rest of you believe about this on-again/off again couple? Do you think Nick and Phyllis can finally make it work this time? Find out what you had to say. Bad match. A majority 56% of you are with Summer. Nick, Joshua Morrow, and Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, are a disaster, now and forever. They can jump into bed and talk about how great the sex is from now until the cows come home. You have no doubt that the sex is, in fact, great. But it's not enough to keep them from turning on each other. If it were, those two would be celebrating their golden anniversary by now. And they're not. That should tell you something. Friends with benefits for Nick and Phyllis. A smaller 27% think Nick and Phyllis are hot as lovers. But as a married couple, they're a disaster. These two can't commit, and they can't stay committed. They have too much other stuff going on to put each other first, and that's fine. As long as they accept it and plan their relationship accordingly. Endgame. Only 17% of the audience sees this as the one true pairing. Sharon Case, and Nick have an even worse track record, so they can't be it. And Sharon and Nick are boring. Even when they break up. Nick and Phyllis are fun. Together and apart. That proves that they're meant to be. No matter what Summer, Hunter King, thinks. What does she know? The Young and the Restless, airs weekdays on CBS. Check your local listings for airtimes. The Young and the Restless Spoilers Weekly Update is here. Catch up on what you missed, get a sneak peek at what's ahead, and find out how you can get involved in the soap opera community. We had a pretty intense week on The Young and the Restless, seeing some milestones that we won't soon forget. Everything kicked off with Tracy's wedding to Brad, which was nearly ruined by Nikki getting drunk. But her timely ejection managed to keep the occasion from going off the rails. That ceremony was followed by a funeral, the one held for John Abbott, which saw an explosive scene taking place after Gloria discovered that Jack had told her the wrong time. Fortunately, things did end on a high note for the clan, with Dina bringing her children together for a heartwarming Christmas. We've covered a lot of ground, and there's more over the horizon. Here are the spoilers. Why in our weekly teasers? Isabella returns to the canvas with still more scheming, plotting to keep Paul and Christine apart by any means necessary. At the same time, there's a coming together between Nick and Sharon, following a romantic getaway from Genoa City. The far-flung adventures are set to continue, too, when Kane and Lily invite their friends and family to France, where they hold their second wedding to one another. This past week was pretty interesting, and the coming ones may bring some unexpected developments. With things being what they are, it's easy to miss important moments. But that's why Soap Hub is here to help. If you have any questions, thoughts, or even theories, don't hesitate to share them with the community. What did you like most about this week? What are you most excited to see next week? Share it all with everyone in the comments, and remember, there's always more in the way of soap opera spoilers, news, and exclusive updates in our free newsletter. Until next time, though, Fans, thanks so much for watching. I'm Pierce Culver, and I'll see you again soon. The Young and the Restless's history. Y&R made its debut in 1973 and introduced more sexual undertones and younger characters to daytime soap operas. It has outlasted other soaps to become a mainstay for many households. Needless to say, 4 decades worth of storylines has kept viewers locked in and wanting more. From Victor Newman's Eric Braeden, family machinations, to Paul Williams, Doug Davidson, heroism, to the adorable love story of Kyle, Michael Mealer, and Lola, Sasha Kaye, Y&R knows how to entertain and keep fans coming back for more. Sadly, times are shifting, and soap operas are shrinking.